without you here with me. Don't go, please don't go, tap those brakes, blowing in parks, watching you leave, breaking my heart. No, don't leave, don't you leave me, be with me, follow me home, stay the night, can I turn left, don't turn right this time, 'cause leaving you don't feel right, you'll never have to say goodbye. I don't wanna make leaving you a memory, I don't wanna make you, 'cause all I wanna do is be forever with you loving me. So don't go, please don't go, please don't go away from me. Tap those brakes, throwing in parks, watching you leave, breaking my heart. So don't leave me, be with me, baby, be with me. Follow me home, stay the night, can I turn left, don't turn right this time, 'cause leaving you don't feel right, don't feel right, 'cause leaving you don't feel right, then we never have to say goodbye, never have to say goodbye, I could never have to say goodbye, never have to say goodbye.
Were you checking to make sure you didn't have your backward shades
Yeah, my
on
backward
today?
shades.
You're
I
always
was
wearing those
I
on
was,
the
I
show
was,
now.
I was yes.
Why?
I checked right before. I went like, okay, yeah, they're
You're-
off.
You do the check with like 4 seconds to
Yeah,
go.
4 seconds to go.
All right. What is it? Wednesday, Kinsman?
Wednesday
Yes, sir.
night. Yes,
Ah, there it
or
is.
I love when people call it Wednesday.
Yes. Let's say
Hump
some
day.
hellos, Kinsman.
Let's
Look,
say hello, Louise Melanson, Normando. Hello, Guy Foisey always saying hello.
Yeah.
Why, hello there, Guy.
Yes.
And hope you all enjoyed that sunshine. Yes, nice to see the sun. It was actually nice to see the wind shifting the other direction, that no smoke was in the city today.
When you going to see Chris for that? That beard's looking
Looking pretty
rough.
pretty rough. Yes, Chris, I need to come and see you.
If you're representing his barber shop, you can't be showing that around.
I can. Yeah, this is not too bad.
I just seen a
too bad.
Just seen a seagull fly out of there.
The episode of Family Guy where the bird comes out and eats the food.
When you
I'm pretty close.
represent his barber shop, that's after the nice trim. You're the before picture right now.
Am I the before?
Yeah.
All right. But anyhow, yes, Chris, I need to see you. It's been a few weeks.
Yes, that's right.
But we'll be getting groomed hopefully soon there. And
All
looks like our main star of the night there, Frankie MacDonald, inviting all his weather buddies from across the planet.
So we should say Frankie joins us every month. We're super appreciative. And he also brings on some amazing people that we've got.
Weather gurus from across North America. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
Are you ready to bring them on, Kinsman, or what?
Let's bring in Frankie. Let's
no Ronnie tonight, by the way.
No Ronnie.
You're making me do all the work here.
We're controlling it via mouse.
All right, so let's say hi. There's Frankie.
Hi, Jamie. I'm doing great so far. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Timmins, Ontario, and Canada. It's going to bring so much rain in Timmins, Ontario, and Canada today. And it's going to bring a lot of rain there in Canada today. And I'm going to show you the chill zone in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I'm showing you guys the Sydney Boardwalk right now. And here's the cardboard cutout Frankie MacDonald.
Yes, we want one of those shipped to Timmins.
Yes, how do we get one?
How do we get one? Yeah, can you put one in the mail for us?
We gotta buy one.
We'll buy one from you.
The original cardboard cutout Frank that was created by somebody in Arizona.
Okay.
Well, put us in contact with that person, the company. We'll get one shipped here to Timmins.
I'm gonna bring Imogen on, Kinsman, because she's waiting in the back.
Imogen from the left coast, I like to say, from Vancouver, right, Imogen?
Hey, Victoria, British Columbia. Did you hear about this? I'm showing you guys the Sydney Boardwalk right now.
Oh my God! Look how nice it is. Look at the boardwalk there.
Yeah, pretty.
Here's the cardboard cutout of me by Chill Zone.
The chill.
Chill zone. He's got his own chill zone.
And Jamie, you're coming down to Sydney next year for total solar eclipse Monday, April 8th, 2024. Imogen's coming down, Brandon's coming down, Joey Only's coming down.
Technical problem.
So, Frankie, you mentioned on Canada Day here in English, here in Timmins, we're going to get a lot of rain. This is what you're telling us.
Yes.
Okay.
But I saw in the forecast today it said 30% chance. So
I trust Frankie.
What are the chances that we will not see rain on Saturday?
Rain.
Where is that coming from?
Hey, Kinsman, if Frankie tells you it's going to rain, it's going to rain.
But I was just looking at the weather app.
It doesn't matter. I trust
Frankie
more than
can I
the
pull
weather
up the
app.
weather? I'm going to pull up the weather app and I'm going to see what it says.
No.
Well,
yeah.
maybe it's changed. I don't know.
Oh, look at him. If Frankie says it's going to rain, it's going to rain. Right,
Let's
Frankie?
see. All right. Let's see what the good old weather app says for Saturday.
He doesn't
We've got,
believe. I believe Frankie. Don't worry about
now it's a 40% chance of
Yes.
showers and a high of 23.
See?
Sunday, though, 27 and some sunshine. Friday, might see some rain. High of 22.
There. I'm going to let Imogen get all set up, and then we'll pull her in the back. So, how you been, Frankie?
Things are great over. My dad's still making his music lately.
Yes, he is. Yeah, we had your pops on last month. Good to see
Yes,
him.
I did your hair about this. The things are great over. I'm showing you guys the Sydney Boardwalk.
Yeah, look how awesome that is.
I like the Sydney Boardwalk.
Yeah.
It's almost like our Gillies Lake. If you ever get a chance to go to Gillies Lake Boardwalk,
That's come on,
kind of
Kinsman.
similar. Well, yeah,
And I can say this.
That's on the ocean.
I found out the Women's World Curling Championship is coming to Sydney, Nova Scotia in February 2024.
Yes, that's right.
we have the curling championships here.
We had the juniors, but
the
they're
juniors, yeah.
they're getting the Scott Tournament of Hearts down there. The women's, the world's actually. So the world's is on top of the Scott Tournament of Hearts.
Yeah, they are.
So
They're coming to Sydney in 2024 in February.
I'm going to bring Imogen back on. Frankie, you have a coat on today. Is it cold where you are?
It's getting cooler right now in Sydney, Nova Scotia right now. The biggest fiddle in the world in Sydney.
The biggest ships in the world right there.
Biggest fiddle in the world.
Oh, nice.
Right there, Kinsman. See, so
Sailboat.
that's nothing like Timmins. Gillies Lake. I don't know what you're
close.
No, not even.
Gillies Lake Boardwalk is nice, but yes,
Yeah,
the Sydney Nova Scotia Boardwalk.
I'm not saying it's not nice. I'm just saying where Frankie is. That's something we would love to have here.
Yes, yeah, we
come
love
on.
that. Obviously, you can't compare like apples to pears.
So,
Hey,
All right.
hey, Jamie, who is coming to Sydney next year for total solar eclipse?
We're gonna try and make it.
I'm coming, Frankie. Frankie's invited me a long time ago. I'm 1,000% going to be there.
We're gonna get Bill Chisholm to fly us out there.
Are you going, Imogen? Hello, by the way.
Hi. I would like to. We'll see. I'll leave it at that.
Maybe we could do like a show all together, like live and in person.
Live in Sydney, and we're all wearing our miner's goggles there, so we don't burn our eye sockets for the solar eclipse.
Oh my!
Here's the holiday in the Sydney. That's where you'll be staying in April 8, 2024.
Look at
For total solar eclipse.
He's even got our accommodations all picked out.
Imogen, let me ask you a question. Do you have one of the Frankie MacDonald cutouts yet? Because we want to get the cardboard cutout here.
I do not. Okay, I know it travels, but it hasn't made its way out in my direction, and I don't even know where to find one.
It's in Idaho right now.
In Idaho.
It goes all over the world.
So it's all over the world. We need to find out where it's at and make sure Timmins is on a destination, or for Imogen's sake, Victoria.
So we have a question for Frankie from Cowboy. When are you leaving Eastern Canada to go on your world tour, Frankie?
Anytime soon, going to every country in the world. It's going to be unlimited, never-ending world tour. Every single country in the world, multiple times.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's ready to go. Do you want to start it like this year, next year? Have you thought about it yet?
Going to every single country ever. No stopping at all. No end world tour. It's never ending.
He's a hard worker, that Frankie.
You're a hard worker. Do you have a list of where you're going to start the tour, or is it just wherever you go?
Did you hear about this? Here's the Frankie says be prepared. That's a cutout made by Joe Musgrave. He's the owner of the Chill Zone, made that. He took pictures of me. He made that in 2020.
Be prepared.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Frankie
we
is
like it.
Best promoter. Like we got to learn a little things from him. I'm going to bring Brandon.
We got Brandon in here. I do
Brandon.
believe Brandon from Alberta. How you
That's
doing,
right.
Brandon?
Hey, Brandon, that's where you'll be staying. And for the clips on Monday, April 8th, 2024, you'll be arriving in Sydney, Nova Scotia on Friday, April 5th, 2024. You'll be staying at that hotel Holiday Inn.
Yes.
Oh, we got a little bit of wind probably.
Yeah.
How you
Is
doing,
it?
Brandon?
Can Brandon hear us?
Brandon, are you there?
Brandon's frozen.
So Imogen, so
Yeah.
I know we got to talk to you briefly last show, I believe it was, but
Yes.
not so much as it deserves. You know, we said congratulations on the magazine cover. Wanted to talk a little bit more. That's a huge deal. Like really, like super big congratulations from us.
Yeah, super.
Thank
super
you. It's
awesome.
I actually just this month got another one. This is my third fashion magazine cover.
Wow. Okay. So
Wow.
let me ask you a question. Like
Yes.
obviously, like you're there for the photo shoot, and I'm sure there's some approval process of what photos go in. But are you nervous up until release date, or you're just you don't even think? To me, any picture of me, I'm like, please make me look good for once in my life.
Just like
yeah.
your son came up with your son's friends with the video.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
right.
posted
So
today for
I,
us Klomp.
I always take bad
Yeah.
pictures. Does that go through your head, or you don't even
Yeah.
worry about it at all?
Well, I can really take a bad photo. There's one thing, like, despite I know that there's a lot of really fantastic photos out there of me. That's my job, but there are so many thousands of horrific photos. Every photo shoot has so many that are just awful. They're worse than a driver's license photo. It's painful to see. And there have been times where the first fashion magazine I was ever in, they used one that was just, I cringe when I see it. It's so painful. It's so awful. The coloring on it was bad. They tried to Photoshop something out, like as if there was a really heavy shadow. They tried to Photoshop out, but it looked worse.
Yeah.
So every time I'm up for a publication, first off, I know that when they say that they might put me on the cover, it's hit or miss. Even if they say, yes, we're going to put you on the cover, I could get bumped. If there's a better image they want to use, yes, use it. I don't want better imagery to be hidden inside while, I'm on the cover looking like a train wreck. But so there is a little bit of tension. And I always hope that they don't use something that I'll find horrific. So
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah,
So-
congratulations
Third
from us.
now,
Yeah,
Kinsman.
your
Third
third crack at the cover,
my
which is
third.
pretty amazing.
So is this
Thank you.
is this one? Well, I should say one of your full time, but is modeling. I'll call it modeling. You'll probably have a better word for me. But is this your full time career? Something that you do part time? How does that work for you?
It's kind of a hobby. It's
Okay.
I do it kind of on a hobby basis. Like I do have a couple of side jobs or regular jobs kind of that I do. I am a bit of a workaholic. I do a lot of different things and they're all very, very different. So I squeeze that in there and that's the one that gets a lot of attention. That's the one that like when I go out to a function or an event, there are people who will come up and recognize me. And there are times where people will straight up just ask for photos with me, which I don't think that'll ever not be weird because most of my time is not doing that. There's a lot to it, but most of my time is not that as a lifestyle. It's just a part-time job or a hobby.
Oh,
But-
It's a hobby.
Well, pretty
Yeah.
successful for
Yeah,
a hobby.
very
I'll say
successful
that.
for a
Wow.
hobby. And, as
get
they
it.
say, you're just going to continue to raise the bar. Obviously, 3 covers, maybe a 4th, 5th, 6th, it's just
I'm
keep coming your
hoping.
way.
Yeah, I'm hoping like I do want to be able to, land a couple more at least throughout the year. I think that would be delightful. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep sending submission packages off, but I mean, there's so much other stuff that I want to be doing that's just way more exciting and super fun. So
Now, which cover would you like to crack? If you had your choice out there, which one would you want to get your eyes on or get your mitts on?
there's a French fashion magazine called Malvi that I would really like to get into. The second one I did this year was similar. It's another French one, but Malvi's sort of like the really big boys on the block in that one. So that's the one
Okay.
that I really want to get to. So I'm
Awesome.
hoping. We'll see. Fingers
Yeah, well,
crossed.
congratulations.
Yes.
So I want to talk with Brandon, but I want Frankie's feedback on this first. What's going on? Are we getting snow in Alberta, Frankie?
They had lots of snow up in the mountains in Alberta. Then they get extremely hot weather heading for Alberta, British Columbia late next week.
So, Brandon, what is going on there? Do you have your skis out already? We
lost Brandon.
The snow cut him out there,
So much
Frankie.
snow it cut off his reception. We'll wait for Brandon to pop back in. Maybe we frightened him with the snow.
Maybe it was just a lame duck question. But Frankie,
We'll have to find out if he's close to Jasper, because Jasper, Alberta had about 20.
He's close to Banff. He's close to the city of Calgary and Banff.
that's right.
Okay.
So you met Frankie. Are you at a festival right now, or you're just at the?
I'm going to the city boardwalk.
Yeah, look how
That's you'll be
amazing.
staying at Monday, April 8, 2024 Holiday Inn in Sydney. That's up ahead.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I think we have Brandon back. He's outside.
Okay,
He's adjusting the metal plate in his head. There we
Let's
go.
see.
Let's bring him back. Hey, Brandon.
I'm here.
all
You
right.
guys don't
so-
sound like robots. That's good.
It doesn't look like snow out there either. Were you affected by the snow that hit Alberta a couple weeks back?
We didn't get any snow here a couple weeks back, but we had 10 tornadoes instead. So
Oh, 10 tornado. Yeah, not just one tornado, but you had 10.
yeah, pretty much. It was a
Were
fun
you
day.
following all
Water
10 of them?
smoke. I saw at least 2 of them.
He saw at least
Wow.
2 of them. So we chatted about this last time you were on the show about the storm chasers, but a tornado, like as much as you want, especially when you're passionate about weather, you want to get close to the thing. You want to get the good picture, maybe
be
an
dangerous,
analysis.
though.
Like,
Yeah.
at what
Well,
point do you go,
probably not too
okay? Yeah, at what point do you go, I love weather, but this is my line?
Well, like today, you probably don't want to get too close. You don't want to get in the hail core when you have like baseball-sized hail, and then you wreck your whole car, and then
Yeah.
that just costs you money, right? So you want to get as close as you can, but not too close, right?
I guess that's what
There's do's and don'ts
Well-
when following a storm. I guess storm chasing a tornado.
well, they might go right into it. That's why they have Zoom on cell phones now, I guess. I mean, you could have,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Now, if anybody follows your page, you said you personally saw 2 of them yourself, so you've got some great pictures of the tornadoes.
Yeah, I saw the 2 tornadoes. There's a water spout over here on Lake Newell, South Brooks there. So that was pretty impressive. And then, the one tornado got really close to the town site there, but not too close. It only did some damage to some signs and some trees. So that was
Okay.
all the damage. They're all like rated EF
Hey,
0.
Brandon,
So
as for total solar eclipse on Monday, April 8, 2024, Brandon, are you coming to Sydney?
yeah, I'll try to make it to Sydney for that.
Yes.
You'll
I
be staying at Holiday Inn up ahead.
There he is. He's already got your room
the
booked,
top
Brandon.
stuff, right?
Well, it looked like we're all staying at the
Yeah,
at the Holiday.
the Holiday Inn Express. Is that a Holiday Inn Express?
Yeah, but hey, Frankie, I meant to ask you. So it's been pretty warm here this summer, Northern Ontario. Are we going to
Pretty warm so far in Northern Ontario because of odd weather pattern effect it's going to bring. And then lots of thunderstorms and extreme heat in Houston, Texas lately. California's going to turn extremely hot. So is New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada. It's going to, later next week, it's going to drag all extreme hot air all the way to Vancouver, BC.
He knows it all.
He knows it all.
And Mike
Yeah.
Mike Codd wants to know, Frankie, how's the weather by you right now?
It's cloudy outside right now with sunny breaks. And did you hear about this? Mike the K-Man, Michael B. Mahone, he does Facebook rankings every week.
Every
Mike the
week.
K-Man.
He's a busy man, Frank. I always say Frankie's
he's a
one of the
busy man.
busiest people I know.
Now, what about the forest fire situation? It's been pretty rough right across the country. Frankie,
Yeah,
does
It's
it,
hitting Ohio right now. Drove all of Quebec's forest fire smoke all the way to Italy.
All the way whole. It's
Well, the
all over
smoke is
world.
going right across the
Yeah.
pond, as they say. Now, the cooler temperatures that we've had today, is that favorable for the forest fire fighting conditions?
Don't know. That means it's too predicted because of climate change burned a lot of fossil fuels in China and Russia and those countries.
That's right, Kinsman. Frankie actually has a good. You know what I love?
He's
What
got, he's got
Frankie
an answer
doesn't
about
know.
it. He's got an answer about everything.
Yeah, or else he just says he doesn't know. I love it. More people should do that. Do you?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Imogen, do you follow the weather as closely as Brandon and Frankie do?
Yes, all over the United States, all over Canada, Mexico, Guatemala, Central America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Oceania, even Antarctica.
I do not follow the weather as closely as Frankie and Brandon. I'm still in student status, but I am a student pilot, so I have to understand the weather and what to expect when I'm going to take a flight. So that's when I'm more attentive to it.
Oh, yes.
Or if I'm just looking for insane weather events. So that's when I'm more into it.
Oh,
It must be windy where Brandon is at too.
Little bit of wind from the recent thunderstorm that died behind me here.
Oh yeah, well, it looks beautiful where you are right now.
Nice, nice part of Alberta there.
Is there anybody else that's going to join too?
Well, if we see them, Frankie,
anyway. Yeah, we'll pop them in.
You know, Brandon, like Alberta looks like, if you've ever been to like Dominican or Cuba or anything, they get this wild rain for like 30 minutes and then boom, 32 minutes later, it's like 32 and sunny.
32 sunny, you're sweating again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like what's happening in Alberta there, Brandon.
Yeah, we're going to be about 35 on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Next shot at Attic. Saturday.
Now, where are you? Where are you right now, Brandon? Like, are you at your home or are you at work?
I'm at my here, just west Alberta here.
I know we're getting a little bit of echo
feedback.
Yeah,
Brandon feedback there.
You know what? You know what a trick there, Brandon. Yeah, there is a trick underneath settings, underneath audio. You can put on echo cancellation. Sometimes it helps.
It'll help make your audio a little bit better there.
Yeah, well, at least on this platform. So Frankie, who else have you been? Frankie always invites some awesome people. Have you invited anyone else to join us?
Joe Silver and Joey Only.
Oh, we haven't chatted with Joey Only.
No, Joey Only hasn't been on.
Yeah,
in a while.
That's right.
We had him on. I think one of the first nights we had Frankie on. Joey Only.
Imogen, do you hop on? I know Frankie and I think Brandon too. Like they're involved in many of these different online shows, podcasts.
Imogen, tomorrow night is Comedian Meteorological Weather Report every Thursday night. Tomorrow is Comedian Meteorological Weather Report, 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, see, Frankie's got a busy schedule.
It all, yes, very busy.
Online. So, Imogen, do you hop on the other shows with these fine folks?
I do on occasion, yes. There's Frankie sends out these blanket invitations to a lot of different podcasts and things, and every once in a while, I'm along for the ride. So, but I am a regular. I am a regular on the Meteorological Report. So I think we're now on 4 different radio stations, as well as Joey has the podcast component, and we're also now airing on Shaw Spotlight in a couple of different markets in BC, and looking at expanding that into some other areas. So we've taken the Meteorological Report and put that on Community Access TV now. So
oh wow, okay,
super awesome.
Yeah, I mean everyone has some sort of degree and interest in the weather because we make life decisions based on the weather, travel decisions. So it influences everyone in some way. As Frankie's showing us now, this is the ocean we're looking at, right?
We're looking at the Sydney Harbor there, right?
Yes. And here's the big fiddle, the giant biggest. That's the biggest fiddle in the world. It's located at the Port of Sydney in Sydney, Nova Scotia. That's up ahead.
I'm definitely going to see the largest fiddle when I'm there.
Largest sailboat.
Yeah. Oh, it's a sailboat?
It's a sailboat.
Oh, you thought he meant a fiddle.
No, that's the name of the boat is called the Fiddle?
Really?
No, it's not the boat. It's the big fiddle statue.
Oh.
The biggest fiddle
Yeah,
in the world.
Kinsman.
The big fiddle.
Yeah, it is a big fiddle.
So it is a big fiddle.
So it's one of the things I'm going to go see.
We'll go and
when
see
I'm
the big fiddle. You got to do the tourist stuff if you're going to.
I've never been to the East Coast, man.
Winter cruise in Sydney, Nova Scotia in 2025. Winter cruise in Sydney, Nova Scotia in January 2025. There'll be winter cruise comes in at the Port of Sydney in winter months.
Right? Yeah. winter cruises. See,
Yeah.
we don't get any cruise ships here, so it's nothing like Timmins gets. But cruise ship.
Once
Might
we
get
get
the
in the
odd
month,
kayak.
once we get in the month of September and October, cruise ships just kick up in the high gear in the port of Sydney in September and October every year.
They got it going on.
They got it going on
I-
over there. Right?
I'm glad Brandon's here because I have a question for Brandon and maybe for everyone, but I'll start with Brandon. So obviously technology has advanced. I'm not breaking no boundaries saying that, but I'm watching an old weather forecast report from the 70s, and he has the magnets. He's throwing up the sun, the cloud. I sort of miss that interaction. Do you think we should bring some of back that old school fun weather reporting, or like the technology is just so good now we're on the right path?
Well, I think we are kind of on a bit of a path here for better technology and forecasting, etc. But the stuff in the old school is kind of fun too. I've been around for that long, but so I believe they had like markers they drew on the wall, and then it was like old school. But nowadays it's a lot better, and we have radar technology than the 1970s, because back then we couldn't tell when the tornado was coming. Now you can look at the technology and you can see where the tornado's at, where it's going next, and that's pretty phenomenal nowadays.
Weather has evolved.
Well, it's evolved.
Big time. Yeah.
But don't you think maybe once a month we should have a retro night and go back to these magnets and the sun with the smiling face and all those things?
It's like the Wheel of Fortune when Van actually had to spin the actual leg.
I mean, that in the Weather Channel stateside, they're doing it like 4 a.m. or something, going retro back.
It gets the
US.
prime time slot. The 4 a.m. But don't you agree, Imogen? Wouldn't that be fun once in a while, just to go old school?
Absolutely. Yeah.
This is before green screens too, so I don't even know.
They didn't have green screens back then, no. So.
No.
I know the podcast Trevor's Happy Hour. Trevor Garner, he's the host of the Trevor's Happy Hour every Sunday night.
What happens on Trevor's podcast there, Frankie?
He talks about old music and things like this and things like this. And Trevor and his friends.
Actually, Trevor has some great guests on his show,
He
by
does,
the way.
Yeah.
We
should,
Trevor
get Trevor on our show one of these nights. Maybe he's got. Does Trevor have the invite? Maybe Trevor will pop on.
I just sent him invite.
Where's Trevor? He's from the States, or is he Canadian?
He lives in Orange County, California, Anaheim.
Yeah. He actually has some really good guests. You can check out his webpage, but he's been doing it for some time.
He's been doing it for some time, yeah. And if you just got the link, they're 3 hours behind us there. So I'll have to wait and see if he pops on.
So Brandon, we have people here that in the winter they complain about the cold, in the summer they complain about the heat, and in the fall they complain about the frost in the morning. In the spring they complain about the wetness
and the Leafs losing the cup.
So in the Leafs losing, my question for you is, what is the perfect season, or is it perfect sort of mid-season? Like, as a weather guy, what's the perfect time of year?
Well, I will say spring is perfect, but my favorite season is the summertime. I'm obsessed with the heat. I don't mind 35 degrees or 30-degree temperatures, and when storms around, I'm in my happy place. So I'm usually going to summer season, but I'd say the perfect would be anywhere about May or September was the perfect time of year for anybody who isn't into the heat or into the storm or anything like that. Yeah.
A lot of people say fall, but no, if you can't wear shorts, and you got to put the Crocs away.
Put the Crocs
away. I'm a Croc guy.
Putting the pants back on.
Yeah. Well, you should always wear pants.
Well, need the pants.
Yeah.
Just can't wear white after Labor Day, they say.
Who says that?
And I found out the El Nino's developing off the coast of Ecuador, the warm waters of the Pacific. That's going to increase a lot of typhoons in Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Vladivostok, Russia, China, Taiwan, Guam, Vietnam, Laos, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Philippines, and Okinawa. Japan's going to get a lot of typhoons this year.
So is this the new hurricane? What is it called? El Nino?
El Nino's going to bring so much typhoons in the Pacific.
Ooh, so is that the big one that's coming our way this year?
El Nino is coming, and it's going to get stronger before the winter. That's going to bring so many typhoons in the Pacific.
Well, that's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
Yeah.
So which is worse, an El Nino or a La Nina? There's two of them there. What are the differences?
La Nina brings a lot of storms in Atlantic in the hurricane season. El Nino, that's going to bring a lot of storms in Japan, and that's going to bring stormier than average winter in Los Angeles, California, San Diego, and Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Florida, and all these places. Houston's much stormier than normal in the winter time in El Nino years.
Oh, geez. Okay. So
Knows it all. Weather knowledge.
it's going to wreak some havoc here.
Wreak.
Yeah.
havoc.
What about that other
Well,
guy?
havoc.
What about Trey Campbell?
We don't get that Imogen. We don't get any like here. Like if a lawn chair tips over, they call it a tornado.
We got all
So,
excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't
Same.
get now. Same with you, right? We get tornado warnings, but no, it's just like someone I don't know talking too much, and the wind came out of their mouth. We don't have any. We don't have it. We get cold.
No big weather phenomenons here, but we do get the odd, severe thunderstorm that comes through.
Oh wow,
We
severe
get-
thunderstorms.
Well, severe thunderstorms though can produce tornadoes. They always say can spawn tornadoes in severe, I guess, supercells, right, Brandon?
Oh yeah, if they're supercellular and they are rotating around and around and around, they can produce tornadoes.
Well, let me ask you this question, Brandon. So in Northern Ontario, is it because our land is, well, I know where I live in Thunder Bay is very mountainy, hilly. That's probably a terrible word. But is the landscape one of the reasons, like I know in Kansas it's flat, so they get tornadoes. But is the landscape one of the main reasons why we wouldn't get these wild weather dramatic effects compared to other places in the world?
Kind of the reason, sort of. Also, another thing is also, landscape and the terrain, and plus, sometimes tornadoes can happen in mountainous areas. So they can happen, but the thing is, you can't see them. So if all trees and everything, if you got an area full of trees, it's kind of hard to see them. So they're kind of limited to be spotted compared to out in the prairies where you can see your dog run away for 70 miles.
For miles.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we didn't get to ask Imogen this question last time, and pardon me if we did, but I don't believe. So Imogen, imagine like you're a weather enthusiast, tornadoes coming. Are you chasing or running? I would love to know people's perspectives on this.
I'm going to be running towards it. I'm that schmuck who's going to I have a track record of going into situations I probably shouldn't. So tornado, if I see a tornado, I'm going to be going towards it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be challenging nature, and I'm going to be saying, bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. See, Kinsman, you went home to get an umbrella with a millimeter of rain. Imogen's chasing tornadoes.
She's chasing tornadoes.
you're-
If I get a chance, I'm going
looking for
to.
my rubber boots and an umbrella.
Rubber boots.
Yeah.
What are you doing with a rubber boot? You have farmers only wear them, do they?
Farmers wear rubber boots. My boys have rubber boots.
Yes, kids, farmers and kids. Yeah. I don't know if we wear them.
Not grown adults.
We got
unless you're farming.
We got a couple people giving shout outs to Frankie from the YouTube feed. Frankie, and I don't know if he froze there, but Frankie really does have people all over the world that
absolutely love him. They follow him all over the place. And again, the cardboard cutout right there at Sydney Harbor is phenomenal. And again, this cardboard cutout is all over the map right now. He said it's in Idaho right now.
There it is.
Picking potatoes. Isn't that the potato capital of the world is Idaho?
And that's the picture. That's the picture from your book, right, Frankie?
Not the picture of the book. Somebody, 2 years after releasing my book, somebody put the cardboard cutout Frank down in summer 2020.
That's awesome. Wow. We really
be prepared.
Yeah. Okay, so Nathaniel says, "How's the weather in beautiful Sydney, Nova Scotia?" That's for Frankie.
Cloudy outside right now.
That's a nice view there.
No kidding, yeah. We don't get that where we are.
Sydney Harbor looks pretty nice.
That's right. Frankie is always on the ball.
Sure is.
Yeah. And Frankie does a
wonderful job.
He does a wonderful job. So, and there go Brandon's. I was about to ask him a question. So I'm going to ask this to Brandon and then Imogen. I always like to test people's weather enthusiastic nature. So if you're going to go on vacation, Are you picking up, like, to me, I love to go to Cuba because I know in Cuba I'm going to get 30 degrees every day. Nothing else is going to happen. But as a weather enthusiast, are you choosing vacation spots because you could see some pretty dramatic turns of weather, or you just shut all that off and go on vacation?
Well, depends on the vacation where I'm going, but I would definitely go to Tornado Alley for a week.
That's wild. So okay,
No.
Tornado Alley.
That's in Kansas.
Is it the southern Midwest states?
Yeah, southern U.S. Anywhere where there's going to be active weather or thunderstorms, I'd go there. Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'll give them an A+ as a weather enthusiast because they're saying go on the beach with a Corona and get a suntan, or maybe have a tornado throw your
He's gonna be in
Volvo
a
in the
lawn
air.
chair, camera in hand, ready to go.
Yeah, and whenever you catch a tornado, the thing is, the storm chasers do, they go for a steak dinner after. They have to do that.
Okay.
That's the thing. Tornado. So
That is true. Okay. That's a true.
Then watch Twister afterwards.
Oh, well, the sequel's coming out, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, Imogen, same question to you. Where does your enthusiasm stop? Because me, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to Cuba. I'm going to the Dominican. I'm going beach and pina
That's
colada.
it.
So maybe I'm not a weather enthusiast. I'll accept that. You, Imogen?
Well, I'm probably going to go a little bit more Vegas-y. So there's the roasting hot desert, but there's also dwarf celebrity impersonators. So Little Cher, I think that would be cool. There's also full auto weapons you can rent at the range. So I want indoor skydiving. I want full auto gunplay. I want to jump out of a plane. I want to see dwarf celebrity impersonators, dwarf drag queens, and then I'll go hang out in the desert and, stomp around and chase scorpions. So I'm not expecting insane weather. If it happens, I'll be happy, but it's not the focal point of the vacation. I want a different kind of adventure.
Yes, yeah, I like that. You like sort of like a thrill seeker, a cultural seeker. Okay.
Yes.
I can get down with that. Are you with Brandon? You going in the eye of the storm, or?
Well, you know what?
No.
It would be adventurous, but I'm more of a beach goer.
Okay, a beach goer.
That's why they have people like Brandon and Imogens and the Frankies of the world, because they get to cover all that fun weather stuff. We get to watch it through their vicariously through their pages.
So, Frankie, what's going on the boardwalk right now? Are there a lot of people down there? A lot of tourists? Some people have their I love that. So do people, Frankie? Do people come by and take? It looks like you can you stick your hands in there? Is that what's happening? Oh yeah,
in your cardboard cutout.
Yeah, that's right.
Face in a hole.
Yeah.
You put your face in each side
of
his hands.
It's right. It's like Frankie's like holding you up,
holding your faces.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, but Joey can't make it. Sorry, he said. Joey only said hi to you guys.
Well, hello, Joey.
Hey, Joey only.
I like that Joey only.
Yes, Joey only's a good dude.
Well, Frankie comes back on, and Frankie and Brandon and Imogen, we're lucky enough to have them on every month. Okay, so
what's Nathaniel saying? Mid to low 80s in Portland, Oregon today. Zucchini, tomatoes, growing great so far. Are you growing any vegetables, Frankie? That's the question.
I don't grow vegetables.
Why not?
Yeah.
Not into the veggies.
Well, I buy vegetables, but
you're not growing your tomato plant.
But I always thought it'd be a cool thing to garden. I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't know.
I'm saying it's relaxing.
Yeah.
But Joanne, hopping on. Hi, Joanne.
Yeah. Hello. How's everyone doing? And he's saying the Blue Jays are winning. So
Blue Jays are playing good ball.
Are there any baseball fans on the show here?
Well, I like the Brooks Bond. Yeah. Baseball. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Cheering for his Alberta team.
Yeah. Is that like AA or AAA ball? That's a minor league team where you are? Or?
Yeah, I'd say kind of like minorish league. I guess there's players from Canada play on it, so Moose Jaw. They got Moose Jaw and
Okay.
But the minor championships coming up the week of
Little
July
League.
28th.
Yeah.
Yes, Little League coming to Partissa Park in our neck of the woods.
You know how Frankie's inviting everyone to Sydney, Nova Scotia in April. We got to start picking a date to invite everyone to Timmins. You know,
We'll have the Studio 67 party right here
after Frankie's event, of course, because
don't want to, as they say, rain on Frankie's parade.
Is that
or in this case the solar eclipse?
Is that a weather pun?
That's a weather pun,
right? Oh my God!
Am I inventing that weather pun? I don't know.
You want to rain?
I know it's a pun, but
I'm sure no one on the show's ever heard "Don't rain on the parade." I'm sure this is breaking news to them. Kid, look at it. They're even writing it down right now, thinking.
I'm going to use that on the next time they're on podcasts and all that stuff. Oh, we just lost Frankie.
Well,
okay.
I'm parade. Okay, so probably should rain on that parade.
Yeah, there you go. You probably should.
There he is.
So we do have. I should tell you. Maybe with Brandon. So we've been in a fire restriction for 3 weeks now, maybe longer, maybe shorter. And
I've been in
one. You guys also?
Yeah, fire restriction for a month now. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. I don't think, like, you folks will know more than me, but I think we're going to be underneath this almost all summer. It doesn't look like we have a lot of rain in the forecast. Has that ever happened before?
Hey, Jamie, that's the chill zone in Sydney. That's ice cream shop, the chill zone.
Oh, there it is, right. Oh, one of my favorite things, ice cream.
Yes, ice cream.
Right there.
Especially on a boardwalk.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's called the chill. Oh, it's right behind Frankie. Right there.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
The Yacht Club.
Look at those beautiful boats. Frankie always has the best views to show us.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So Brandon, do you think we're going to be in like, it's almost Canadian wide? Do you think we're going to be in one of these fire restrictions for most of the summer, or we've got some rain coming?
Yeah, that depends on where your location's at, because the fire restrictions are a little different in each province. So for my area here, if we were under a fire restriction, you can still have a campfire, but you can't have like big burns. You can't burn a pile of. You can't have a bonfire.
You can't have
like
the pallet fire.
Pallet fire, so it's a little different. So,
okay,
fire,
yeah,
and that's that part, yeah. So it's like a next step to a fire, most. So
and I think like even here, Canada Day celebrations, no fireworks, obviously, and I think we're going to be they're going to be firely. You won't be able to burn your marshmallow. Now, Andrew's saying he owns
that chill zone.
Yeah,
there's Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Tune it
in. Andrew is a comedian, and Gino Visconti is a comedian.
Oh, he I was about to ask him for a free ice cream, but it looks like he's just
pulling our leg down.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. You got all the good ones tonight.
All the good cliches.
Going to Maine for the eclipse next year.
Staying in Bangor, then heading a bit north for the event. Yes, it's not too often the solar eclipse happens.
No, I don't. How often does the solar eclipse happen? Is it once a century?
Once in a lifetime.
Oh, once in a lifetime. Okay, well, this is something we have to see.
It's something on the bucket list.
Are you going to make one of those cardboard things to look at the eclipse? Like,
well, you have to, I guess. Let's ask the weather pros. What are we wearing for a solar eclipse? What can you use, to not burn our retinas that day?
Welding mask.
Welding mask.
Yeah.
Welding mask will help you. Yep. Easiest thing you can do. Easiest, safest way to do it.
Oh, really? You're not joking? A welding? Okay. Well,
so welding mask, you could actually watch it.
Yeah.
Weirdly comfortable, and it works. Yep.
Well, you know what Mark told me he was going to do? He was just going to look right at it and just put Visine in his eyes after. So he said,
perfect.
I don't think that's good advice.
No, not good advice at all. That's the one you can't stare at. It's the lunar eclipse you can look at, but not the solar eclipse.
Yeah.
Then you got the total solar eclipse heading for Sydney, Nova Scotia on Monday, April 8, 2024. Once in a lifetime event.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be fun.
John Paul George says that. There's
posted it in the comments. Thanks, John.
Not
Paul.
true, not true. It's not true.
It's for party at Frankie's, he says. But
Not
Frankie's
true,
saying
not true, not true.
party at the
There's
hotel.
another person. There's another person making stuff up.
Well. A lot
Okay,
of jokers
so,
out there following
As,
you.
as far as the rumors go, Frankie started the forest fires, and he's hosting a large party at his house. This is what
Not
we
true,
all-
not true either.
Oh, we just lost Brandon.
Andrew says he's going to wear his A&W
Hey.
hat and glasses for the eclipse. Well,
This
there
is
you go.
Jamie Klump, the host of the pod, the co-host of the podcast. What is this? That's Jamie.
How's everyone doing there?
Hello. How you doing?
Timmins, Ontario.
Oh, Timmins, Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
He's online right now, is he?
Yes.
Yeah, we're online right now.
Hi.
Frankie knows everyone.
He does.
I wanted to see someone go stick their head in one of Frankie's hands there on the cardboard.
on the
cutout.
cardboard cutout.
So I want to
Yeah.
get a cardboard. So
But
is
it's in Idaho right now.
so there's only one cardboard cutout. Is this how this
And
is
it's
working?
traveling the world. So that's essentially the world.
We
tour.
got to figure out how to put our.
How to get? We're going to put our order in to get that cardboard cutout to Timmins.
Yeah. Yeah. How do we get it here, Frankie? Do you know? Do we go online somewhere?
I'm going online. I took pictures of myself.
Yeah. He took pictures of himself and they made the cardboard
And they
cutout.
made a cardboard
Yeah.
cutout and shipped it around the place.
Yeah.
And right now it's in Idaho.
Yeah.
So it's close to Imogen. Idaho is just south of BC.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know geography at all. I'm terrible with it.
You'd be the closest to Idaho there. So I don't know. Maybe we'll figure out how to get it. Maybe you can get it shipped to Vancouver. We'll get the cardboard cutout right across Canada now.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I really want to figure out how to get it.
There's a fellow from the Gary Dino show, one of the big fans of the Gary and Dino show. They made a cardboard cutout. Frank Dell says Gary and Dino life size. The Lord's Frankie Cup cardboard cutout. Frank Dell made in Arizona.
Isn't that awesome?
It is awesome.
Yeah, very, very, very awesome. Here's another question from your friend Andrew,
Yeah.
Frankie.
Nelson Peabody.
He's
Going on
going.
vacation tomorrow.
That means tomorrow is the last day of Compound Media related podcast before vacation next week because of 4th of July.
Nice. that there you
Then
go.
the Compound Media will be back to work on July 10th.
Yeah,
Ooh.
July the 10th.
Nathaniel signing off there. Frankie rules.
Frankie rule. Well, they all rule.
They do.
I love
Frankie,
people.
the Brandons, the Imogens of the world, because without them, we're not tracking weather.
That's right. I'm
That
not.
guy tell lies to say, can't wait to bring tons of Frankie to coke to Frankie Street. It's not true either.
There should be a street named after you.
Right. Well, yeah.
Guess
but- well,
what? All you guys will be staying at that hotel.
Frankie wants to make sure you don't shake his place apart. You got to stay at the hotel there,
That's
kid.
it. That's well, yeah. When we get invited, you gotta treat the place as your own, right? We can't go rip it up there.
That's right.
No college parties at in Frankie's
Yeah.
hometown there.
Well, we can have one in our room. We're gonna have to book our room soon there. Get a nice
August 8th, 2024.
in
Yeah.
April.
In April.
That's right.
April 8, 2024.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Frankie's. Maybe I'll ask Santa for a flight to the
We'll
East
get,
Coast.
like I said, we should get
And
Bill
the Compound Media is coming to Sydney, Nova Scotia next year, too. A lot of
What?
fans of the Compound Media and the Compound Media and the hosts of the Compound Media podcast are coming down in April 8, 2024. They'll be arriving on Friday, April 5th, 2024. This hotel has a water slide, too.
It
Oh,
does
wow.
have a water
All right,
slide.
well,
all right.
All right.
You're gonna bring your Borat bathing suit
My
and
Borat
go on down
bathing
the slide.
Yeah. No one wants to see me in a
Oh,
Borat bathing
he
suit.
says,
Bring
Joe-
your RVs and park on the street.
now you're talking. Timmins. Now you're talking. Yes. Frankie likes that one.
You picture me in that Borat swimsuit. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. Not a good sight, eh, Frank?
That's the thing at a water slide, that hotel.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna be going down. Just make sure you're all tucked in before you
That's
go down.
it. You
there.
gotta do a few nips and tucks. Oh,
Oh man. Well, you know what? thanks a lot, everyone, for joining
thanks for
us.
jumping in.
Imogen, Brandon,
tonight.
Frankie, the best. You guys are the best.
Yeah, you're becoming regulars
They
a
are.
month. You know, before it was just Frankie. Now Frankie brings his weather cronies, the gurus, with him, and we love it.
Yeah.
And again, we love catching up on your parts of the world there, Brandon, Imogen, and of course Frankie. Gets to show us all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah. We really appreciate y'all. We look forward to next. When you coming on next month, Frankie?
I think Frankie's frozen.
He
Frozen in excitement.
He pictured you in that Borat outfit, and look what you did to them, kids.
You know what? I'm picturing it, and I'm not freezing up. I'm good with it. I really want to see that.
If someone wants the next cover of a magazine, that's not it.
That's it. You're not. I'm going to be on the back page.
Yeah. The back page ads for a good time. Call this guy.
The guy in the Borat swimsuit.
All right. Well, it looks like we lost Frankie.
We lost
but
him,
thank you.
but we thank Frankie for coming on. We thank you, Imogen, Brandon.
Appreciate you.
We'll see you next month. It's same time, same channel, same place. We'll catch up in July.
Perfect. Sounds like a date.
I'll find another tornado to talk about.
Yeah,
maybe.
Sounds good, man.
Now see if you can beat 10 tornadoes. You had 10 tornadoes rolled through. We'll see what the number is next month.
All right. We'll try it next week.
All right, Brandon.
Take care.
Hey, have a good night.
You too.
All right. They are
gone.
Amazing people.
Yeah,
there,
amazing folks.
Yeah,
the Frankie MacDonald, weather gurus. Yeah,
awesome people
Lots
who
of
are
fun.
passionate. And you dare try challenge Frankie on Canada Day weather? Frankie's
he was
the
bang on.
Brandons.
Remember, we had that. It was the ice storm. He picked the snow day.
I'm gonna bring Frankie back
let's
on
bring
just
him
so we
back
can say
on so
bye.
we can say goodbye. Hey,
You
Frankie.
guys are router reset. If you want to follow my social media, my Twitter's at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDown984. My Clapper is FrankDown984. My Twitch is FrankDown984. My Snapchat is Frankie MECDON. My YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frankie MacDonald. Best luck to you. I'm Frankie MacDonald. You're listening to the KINZ and KLOMP podcast. I will see you on Wednesday, July 26th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. I will see you guys on July 26, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Awesome, Frankie.
Good, Frankie.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
We appreciate you.
See you later, buddy. Enjoy the Sydney Boardwalk.
Frankie's awesome.
Awesome guy.
You know how nice he is,
I want
Frankie.
to get that cardboard cutout here to Studio 67.
Frankie is someone that will send nice messages every day and wants to know how you're doing. He lets you know how he's doing. And you can see
and
why.
Of course, he prepares us for that weather. That's why his sign is be prepared. And remember, he prepared us for that ice storm that we had.
don't challenge Frankie. Frankie's on the weather maps every day.
So he says prepare for a possible wet Canada Day.
Yeah, that's right.
But we should say Canada Day in the park at Hollinger Park. Let's hope that the window between 1 and 4 is good. City of Tim is putting out some free bouncy castle fun for all the kids. 3-point shoots, all sorts of hoop shoots. It's going to be a good time.
Hoop shoots?
Hoop shoot.
What's a hoop shoot?
It's a 3-point hoop shoot. I'm basketball.
Do you mean a basketball net?
Probably a basketball net down there.
Basketball net sounds a little bit better.
3-point shoot.
My son's going to host the show tomorrow night.
Yes,
Austin.
I get Austin.
Yes.
I get Austin KLOMP. You're off to Ottawa.
Yeah.
You've got to check up with your little guy.
That's right. So I'm off to Ottawa. So you're running the
technical aspect. We missed Ronnie tonight, but Ronnie assured us he's in tomorrow.
Did we miss Ronnie?
No, did we?
We missed Ronnie.
Yeah, of course we did. He's playing baseball. It was too hot for the past couple of baseball nights, but they finally got some Special Olympics baseball happening here in the city, so that's where he is tonight.
You know what? Imogen sent us a private message that she has a Borat bathing suit.
Oh, God.
So they got you all set for Sydney.
Wrong size. No, I'm not fitting into a Borat suit.
Yeah, well.
No matter how much money's on the table, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's right. So, hey, Imogen, you know what? Bring it for Mark. I'll get a couple of Coronas in him, and he'll be walking down the boardwalk.
I don't even like Corona. I'll drink the odd Corona, but that's not my thing.
We'll get something. in your stomach. All right, pal. All right. So good night to Guy. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yes, we thank you for the messages, Guy. And again, we're going to be tuned in tomorrow. It's going to be Canada Day trivia with your son.
Yeah, good.
Austin KLOMP. We're going to have the prizes. We're going to have movies at Imagine Cinemas. And another tally experience from the Punjabi restaurant. Talking to Daisy Baines today. We're going to go get the next tally winner. The previous one was Chris Costigan. He's still awaiting his Punjabi experience.
Food's so good.
It's amazing there. And they have, if you're looking for something amazing in their dessert department, the Dill, I'm probably going to butcher the name, the Dill Bahar Bar. And that's, I gave Daisy a thumbs up the other day. I walked in there. Yeah, they said, here you go, try one of these. And my God, that's one of the best desserts out there.
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
She's amazing. Their whole family's amazing. Okay.
Yep. So we wish them all the best. And we love their new restaurant, which is right across from City Hall, 211A Algonquin Boulevard East.
All right, there, Kinsman. So yeah, my son's in. You and Ronnie.
So we're gonna wreck everything. So you're gonna tune in. It's gonna be the color bars. You're gonna go, what happened? We'll blame it on Ronnie.
You make sure to turn on the sound. Blame it on Ronnie.
We'll do the entire show. It will be on mute. But yeah, tomorrow night, Canada Day trivia. It's going to be 20 questions. And again, all you have to do is take part and you have a chance to win some prizes.
All right, pal. Let's check on out of here. Thanks for joining us, Frankie MacDonald. Imogen.
Have fun in Ottawa.
Brandon.
We'll see when you get back.
Yeah, I'm going to go check. Go Sens go. I'll be getting some new merch.
Go Sens go. Yes. All right. Drive safe. We'll see you again.
Celebrate like the new year, just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. Oh, tonight we gonna make it loud. Let's get up, let's get way too wild. They cannot take away from ya. What's inside, see it shine on ya. You shine like diamond. You keep it bright, keep on burning like a fire. You light me up, or you light me like a lighter. Feels like this could be something, yeah. Let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing. Move till you're losing control. Oh, put up your glass for a toast now. Let's make it last to the sundown. Tell them we made it, you know. But I'm praying harder. We went far, but we going farther. Love the sound, so we turn it all up. We dancing all night, oh I know you. Feel the rhythm in your feet, yeah. Keep moving forward, believe less. Toast to the ones who can see it. Yeah, let's celebrate like the new year. Just like you know what you're doing.